Welcome, everyone, to the home of the War Chant, Osceola, Renegade, and the Florida State Seminoles, a place simply known to some as the Dope. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Seminoles will boot it away to start the game. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Bunch formation, trying to spring a guy free. They'll leave it with him. Crosses the 30 to the 31 on a 6-yard pickup.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll go to the ground. Still on his feet at the 45. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack, all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama builds its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
At the 40, there he goes. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. After the run, now to throw. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
This quarterback really is going to have to be aware in this game of trying to find lanes to throw into when he's throwing over the middle of the field, because this D-line does a great job getting their hands in the air.
2nd down coming up. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play. Ball at the 31. 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. The give is to Miller. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you can do a better job up front. Right there, that run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clocked.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Got his man in the middle. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown time! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. They'll try the run. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Alabama 7, Florida State 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Give to the back. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Back to throw, it's Glenn. Had it right in his hands in the middle of the field, and it trickled to the ground. It'll be 4th down.
They're trying to get the receiver on a drag route and work him through all the bodies in traffic, but there's just too much happening. I don't think he saw the throw real well, and it falls incomplete.
Already down a score early. The last thing you want to do on your first drive is give it right back to them, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Shoots it to the left. Makes a connection. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
It's reverse. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
For an offense, to make the wide receiver reverse work, you've got to have a lot of guys doing a good sell job. Running backs have to behave as if they're actually going to keep the football, and everybody else on offense has to be yelling out, run, to try to make the defense over-pursue, but no Oscars being handed out on that.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. And the Noles are on the move.
Alert! 42 Spider! 4-2 Spider!
He'll come out throwing on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Morlock. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Back to throw, it's Glenn. Unloads to the wideout. And he fired a bullet in, but it's incomplete.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory?
Jackrabbit.
On the ground, going for the first down with the give to the tight end. And the Seminoles are stopped, but not before getting him past the sticks. The Seminoles with the 1st and 10.
325.
He's going to pass. The short hands, it's Brown. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Going up top on 1st down. Got a man, it's Douglas. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers, I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys that have a lot of catches throughout a season.
Now from inside the red zone. The short hands, it's Douglas. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And now a chance to pull even as we get late here in the 1st half. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Defensively, now you can tell I got to be ready for anything, right? If they're going to get the ball to fast guys on the perimeter like this, I better be ready for it. The defense was ready for it. It was a good game. It wasn't a bad game. You didn't give up a touchdown, but now this makes me think, goodness gracious, they'll get the ball to anybody, any place, anywhere on the field.
Wants to throw. It's Glenn. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Third and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. From the gun, wants to pass. Into the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
I see a look of disappointment from this kicker, but that offense is happy. They'll stay out there and go for it. 4th and goal from the 4. Wide receiver shows motion. Takes a snap, wants to throw. He's got it in the end zone! Touchdown Seminoles!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the 2nd half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the 1st half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the 2nd half.
Lining up for the PAT. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. So the 16-play drive, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. After that latest answer. Tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really unloads it downfield. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 20. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down, or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have two left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He caught it. Oh, and he thought he had a chance to house him, and the defense tackles him at the 3. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Noles will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Trying to power it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Noles!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll be able to snap it one more time. Let's see how aggressive they are on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Milroe. Steps away to find some room. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Florida State 14, Alabama 7.
Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They keep it on the ground to open the 3rd. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. From the gun to give, looking for room. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Man, oh man, the ball carrier is just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have any.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
The Seminoles line up to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. Here comes that Alabama offense. Miller with the ball. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun, running back gets to give. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Crosses the 30. He's got a leg. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Dropping back, it's Glenn. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Afterburner's coming. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Florida State. And that one will give him the lead. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Now, we may have a situation here. We might have points, more points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Tide offense rolls onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed, and
the expressway is wide open. Inside the 30. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the ground. He's got it again. And he was able to push forward for a solid gain as the clock strikes 0 here in the third.
The end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Florida State 21, Alabama 14.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. To the air, it's Milroe. Escapes the sack. But he can't get away again, and down he goes, and the trickeration is not so tricky.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer. They were able to get the sack.
Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Miller. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I don't know about the play call there, guys. 3rd down, they're throwing it behind the line of scrimmage, seeing if this guy can do something once he has it in his hands, but a better job of pursuit and tackling defensively, now setting up 4th.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Looking for the end zone. And that ball is picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. And now, Jesse, the art here is to find the balance between milking the clock and trying to get another score.
I think if you're the coaching staff, too, you like to see your team play its best in the 4th quarter, right? Defense just did their job, so offense now, David, has to go out and handle their business.
Yeah, you got the momentum. Because of the defense, they've given you some momentum. They've given you a great opportunity to take hold of this game and really put a stamp on it.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Tough physical run, stiff arm and all as they get it out to the 13. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. Looking downfield, it's Glenn. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Now, this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And as a defense, that's all you can ask for. Give the ball back to your offense. Yes, you're still down. You gave them a chance. They got the football. They got some time left. Now can they put a drive together? Maybe go tie this game. Maybe go win this game. Great stop by this defense.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Gets it out fast. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Leaves it with the running back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Touchdown, Alabama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Number 26.
And great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. You know, 1 to 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the fourth quarter and about to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down, Jesse. Get that first down, stop the clock, and get some momentum going on offense.
Yeah, and good decision-making by the quarterback, too, right? You don't have to be greedy in this situation. Just take what the defense gives you and get yourself in position to win.
That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield.
Let's go.
Trying to find his man on first down. He spins that thing down the middle. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. Here in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
Score is deadlocked, and we're running out of time. Back to throw, it's Glenn. He's not afraid to go deep. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
Alabama.
This offense right on the doorstep. They can grab the lead late as time continues to wind down. They'll run it. Touchdown Seminoles! And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
And how about this offense, man? They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive, put it together. Now you got a chance to go up by 7 late in this ball game and then let your defense go on the field and seal it for you.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point.
Florida State. 28. Alabama. 21.
Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lane, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now
Sends it downfield. He just about put this game away. If he'd been able to hold on to that one instead, it's second down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Dropping back, it's Milroe. Works the middle. Still running at the 40. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. He'll try to do it himself. Just steamrolling the defense. He'll work his way down to the 28. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock.
Every possession later in the game means so much more. You start getting in the fourth quarter, one possession games, QB drops back and makes these first downs. These extra set of downs now become so much more important late in these ball games.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Looking to move it through the air. A shot toward the end zone. And it's picked off for the 4th time today.
Well, we've seen this defense make...
First and 10.
Again in this game, they may have just sealed it with that takeaway.
Hey, GG's.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And they'll take a knee. Well, how about this one? A fun one. These guys came in as underdogs and they walk out as the winner.
They didn't care they were unranked. That's not what they were worried about. Oh, this team's ranked. They were looking